Okay, the first production downwind boards have finally landed here at Big Winds. We got the Freedom Foil boards, the Dagger. Come in 4 different sizes. We're super stoked. As you can see, TJ just can't keep his hands off these things. So, you know, this is the guy paves the way for this thing here in the Gorge. He's gonna give us his take on the Dagger. TJ,
Boy,
what do you think? First impressions here.
First impression is what a beautiful board. The guys at Freedom Foil Board, they're crafting these down in California, Southern California. We've got 3 of the 4 sizes represented right here, so a really good range of sizing with volumes that'll suit someone Sam's size at 90 liters to this 7.0 here that would suit my size at 100 liters. There's a 7.5 that should be sitting here, and then for the big guys or the entry-level guys up to 122 liters on this 710. So 4 different sizes, and they're long and narrow. That's what people have been asking for. You know, Dave Kalama, he paved the way with the Barracuda and found a very easy driving shape that gets up onto foil quick. And that's the hardest thing about this sport. I mean, you just started getting into this yourself, and I mean, that's probably the biggest hurdle, right?
Totally, yeah, absolutely. Biggest hurdle for me was getting from in the water to foiling. And like TJ said, I mean, he knows best. He's started on all the different shapes. He shared a bunch of pictures with me the other day, and it's like mind-blowing to see how far the boards have come. We finally landed on a shape industry-wide that we think really works, and these Daggers have definitely nailed it. So let's run through the sizes here a little bit and kind of, who fits what size.
Yeah, sure. So the smallest one, again, I was saying someone like Sam's size. What do you weigh?
I'm like a 150, 155.
150, 155. Can handle this one at 90 liters. This is the 6'9" by 18 wide, so definitely narrow, but has the volume for somebody Sam's weight. The next size up is something, even though I probably could paddle that, I prefer a little bit more volume, especially in the winter months when I'm wearing a thicker wetsuit. This one's the 7.0 by 19, so 1 inch wider, and it goes up to 100 liters. And then the 7.5, remind me on the 7.5, it goes up 1 inch as well.
Yep.
In width.
And it goes, it's a 7.5 by 20,
yep.
110 liters.
110 liters,
yeah,
so jumps
yeah.
another 10 liters. And then the big boy right here, which I think we're gonna see a lot of people gravitating towards this board because it's just gonna be that much easier for an entry-level person to get up onto foil. Granted, they have a big foil underfoot. This is the 7'10", so it's a big, long board at 21 inches wide, 122 liters.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions on like, how do I pick my size? It's better to probably oversize for your first board than undersize. And being it that there's really only 4 choices to choose from, you should be able to hone in based off of your body weight and your expertise on what size would suit you best. And the guys at Freedom Foil Boards, they're super cool for this first round. They're shipping these things for free for us, even the big ones. So if you buy them from Big Winds, we can ship them to your regional airport for free. If you buy one and we have it drop shipped from Freedom, they're actually doing free drop shipping on this. So the end price is what it is, and there's no sales tax here in Oregon. So
yeah, it's a dang good deal. And I got myself a little cheat sheet here for the prices. Each board's a little bit different. The 6.9 here starts at $20.99, jumps up to $21.49. Then the imaginary 7.5, which by the way is a really cool little yellow here where these graphics are. The 7.5 jumps up to $21.99, and then the big board here is $22.49. And if you wanted to just get all 4 of them because you weren't sure, it'd be $8,699.96. Yeah.
that's without the foil?
Yeah, that's without the foil. Yeah. So let's talk about where these things are built, right?
Yep.
And a little bit like what makes the Dagger unique, and like you've been on it too. So what do you notice? What do you really like? I think you're probably have ridden the most downwind foil boards out of anyone I know. So what's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny to think that the first downwind SUP foil board that I crafted was, when Kai Lenny broke the internet back in 2016, May of. He chopped a 12'6" down to a 10'6", but it was long and narrow. It was like 24 wide, right? And it's like we went all the way down to like, I don't know, little wing board shapes before winging was even winging, like down to 5.0. And here we are going full circle back to longer boards because, again, they get up onto foil with less effort. They are easy to drive up onto foil. Long and narrow is really kind of a, it just makes sense. I mean, look at what our Downwind SUP boards were, our 14-foot boards. The guys who are winning races out here, the Gorge Paddle Challenge, they were always on 14-foot by as narrow as they could paddle. Why? Because they get up onto a plane quicker. So this one, as you can see, it tapers to pintail. That pintail actually offers some pretty decent tracking, so they don't have a tendency to wander or yaw side to side. They kind of keep a good straight line. The tracks are generous, and they have tracks that are moved that allow a foil to move all the way forward here, like I can think of Lift or Armstrong, you know, offering high aspect wings that really need to be placed further forward in the tracks. Whereas maybe like we'll see like Takuma and GoFoil a little bit further back. You'll probably find Lift and Armstrong a little further forward. And these boards, they're fairly light, and you can just tell by pushing your thumb into it, they're super bomber. These things are custom made down in Southern California. The deck pad's a huge upgrade from the one that I used, but yeah, I can tell you, like it was 2 to 3 strokes the first time I tried this 7-footer, and I was just up onto foil. And then, you know, people ask about the turning sensation on a longer board. And yeah, granted, you know, the longer boards do have a little bit more of, I don't know, maybe the board kind of gets in the way in our swell, at least out here, because of that added length. But I don't really find it to be, you know, too over cumbersome. I would definitely go longer than shorter if this is your first Downwind SUP foil board. So err on the bigger sizes, if you will, and yeah, find success with Downwind SUP foiling. It's going crazy worldwide right now. The guys at Freedom Foil Board, they definitely put on quite a display and grabbed some people's attention at AWSI here this summer. When Kyle from Kauai came out here, he was riding this with us quite a bit, and it grabbed all of our attention. So yeah, here they are. Finally, in production, Freedom Foil Boards with the first Downwind SUP foil boards in that kind of long and narrow shape in production and available today at Big Winds.